Black Goose TV family, what's good with it? Salute to the people. We back up in this thing. Late, somewhat late, depending on where you are in the world, you know what I'm saying? But we coming out with you another Fluence in Zen. I'm feeling good right now. Zen, what's good with it? How you feeling, brother?
What's the deal with y'all, man? Hope y'all having a good day today, man. It's Monday, so you know what that means. The start of the week.
Start of the week. At least we passed the Monday though. You know what I'm saying? We got Tuesday to look forward, and that means we only one day away from the midweek. So at least, you know what I'm saying, it's the end of Monday. We ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, that kind of like sluggish start. Um, I'll say this before we get into it, of course, as always, you know what I'm saying? If you come up in here, you're not part of the Black Goose family, man, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button as always, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the notification gang, man. Make sure you paying attention and know whenever we drop in that live. And then also, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I'm trying to encourage y'all when you come up here and here, comment as much as you can, man. Let's hear your voice. Let's hear your opinion on whatever we may be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Just, get part of the, get part of everything. You feel me? We want to hear what you got to say. So,
Hit that
salute to the people.
notification.
Yeah, hit the notification, hit that notification, hit that notification. You know what I'm saying? Since we dropping so much content, y'all got to make sure y'all know when we actually doing it. So it's important to hit the notification so y'all can actually catch it, or when we go live, y'all actually know when we going live. So salute to the people though, man. We back up in it, man. Fluence is in another one.
Why
Number
does it say
two.
episode 2?
Oh, I probably messed up on the edit, but I'll probably, yeah, I can edit that right now.
I was looking. I'm like
Oh
2.
no.
I'm like, that's
Oh, you
back
looking
there.
on he's looking on the bottom. I was thinking the actual title. That's the border. Yeah, I'll fix that. But it's actually episode 29 is what it really is. So let me make sure y'all know so I ain't playing with y'all. But as always, how we start this thing, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about how this young Monday went. I don't expect a great answer, but I expect an all right one because it's Monday. But you never know. Let me know, Zen, how your Monday go? In typical Fluence and Zen fashion, 1 through 5. Where you at?
I mean, it was cool. I got a good workout in. Um, 2 workouts really, and yeah, nothing to really complain about. Probably about 3.5. When I eat, maybe like a 3.7. Nothing
What'd
really.
you what'd you do on your first workout?
I did
Excuse me if you
legs.
go ahead. Excuse me if you hear any feedback. Just testing the sound.
I know you good. Just did some legs, worked some more legs. I had did legs yesterday, so I did legs again today. Just because I didn't do nothing on was it Friday? Oh no, Friday I just hooped, but then I was supposed to do legs Friday, but I didn't because who I hooped with was with everybody I kind of knew. So it was like I just didn't do no legs. And then I was like on Saturday I was supposed to do, but then I forgot about that baby shower. And so after I got done with the baby shower, I wasn't in no state of mind to go do legs. So I did legs back to back. And so I'm back on schedule to finish out the week. So I'm gonna have 4 days of legs this week. That's okay because I did a light day, leg day today. Didn't do too much. Did like 2-3 exercises. Just did the calves. Got the good lunges with the weights with the 25s. And then what else did I do? On some RDLs. So nothing crazy. I
Sounds like
didn't
a
like
solid
squatted.
workout though.
Yeah, and then I ended up, always finish out with the core.
Sounds like a good workout right there. Real solid.
Yeah.
So you said a 3.7?
Basically, because I'm gonna eat. So usually every time I eat, it's
Solid
not meat.
Monday.
Yeah.
That's a solid Monday. Okay, it's nothing to complain about.
What about you?
My Monday was cool, man. I had a cool Monday. Woke up, went to work. Works good. I've been picking it up at work. I've been handling business at work. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. Um, it should have never challenged me, man. There was a 1 week. I don't know if you remember me telling you there was 1 week. Just so happened to not get as the most, and they just said everybody has something to say. So I took that as a personal challenge. So I've been going crazy lately. So it's funny nobody really saying that now. But anyways, work been cool. Work been good. Been loving it. I wasn't gonna do a workout today because I didn't deal with no bullshit really, but just around, you know what I'm saying? Women could be women, but I wasn't gonna do a workout, but I ended up doing so just because if any of y'all do happen to rewatch this, come up in here, y'all want to go Fluence boxing. It's like I'm not gonna go Fluence boxing tonight just because there's not really much to talk about. So I was like, you know what? I've been talking all this shit. My knee's been good. You know what I'm saying I'm getting back, and I want to get back in that peak conditioning shape. You know what I'm saying? In order for let me get back into doing rounds. I haven't done rounds in a while, man. It's been probably since that video on YouTube. So that's what, like 2 months, 2.5 months. So first day doing rounds. The cardio has definitely paid off. I did 20. I felt good, bro. I felt good, but at the same time, excuse me. What sucks, I can stop doing that. I watched, I, I watched one of my Fluence boxing. I burped in the mic like that. That was nasty. But I'm gonna get better, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm making sure, like I'm not like we in here. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the people and stuff. But we also trying every way, to improve everything. We doing to make sure y'all enjoying what y'all seeing. But anyways, um, I did the 20 rounds, and that was the first time since the 2 months. I feel good. Feel good for the most part. So I'm gonna have to what I'm gonna have to start doing. I'm gonna have to start doing it at least now, at least 4 days a week. However, I'm gonna add it in. But what I do want to say was I just hated the fact that after a certain time period, I kind of felt lost in the sense of what I'm saying. When I used to do it, I would have shit ready. Like, this is what I'm gonna do after every round. Da, da, da. Since I kind of just went into it, it's like I got to round 9 or 10. I feel like I was just kind of rifting, and I don't like that. I hate doing that. So that's something I'm gonna have to improve on. That means I got I got to get into a deeper dive, man. Deeper dive into the sport. So, I'm excited for it, but I'm happy that happened. So, anyways, we're here, and I'll give it out of 5. I'll give it a 4.1. 4.1 for my Monday. It was a solid Monday. I ain't got no complaints. Um, Actually, let me say this. I'm gonna give it a 3.9 just because I want to eat a particular food and I couldn't because for some reason there's like shortages in food out here. There's shortages in employees, and I'm like, I'm trying to get some DoorDash, and I can't even get the food I want. So I'm gonna downgrade to 3.9 just because I'm not eating what I was hoping and wanting to eat. So,
Man, if you don't start getting in your car and go get your own food, man.
bro, it's too far. It's too far, bro. You know how far that is? That's far, bro.
Then you didn't want it that bad.
What's good with it, last one? Good to see
Anything
you.
I want that bad, I'm gonna go get it.
Man, that should be too far. And then too, what I'm saying? And I can't say nothing about no glasses.
Yeah.
I can see. I know where the roads are. I don't be wanting to drive all the way out there, man. I just be like, man, I'm cool on that.
Bro, you was driving all the time when we was there, bro.
When it matters, I will, but most of the time I won't. Goose at work. I'm always at work with DoorDash. It doesn't make sense. I feel like every time I go live, DoorDash bullshits me in some type of way. And I'm just like, what do y'all have against me, DoorDash? I've been a loyal customer. I even got the little monthly pass, and it just, yeah. But yeah, I downgraded from a 4.1 to a 3.9. But I will acknowledge Zen's point that obviously I could easily go and drive there. So really, my own problems are the ones I make, but I still gonna complain.
Last one already know.
I am. I just admitted I got no problem in it.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all lazy.
Bro, it's just such a convenient. It's so convenient, bro. It's like when you do it one time, it gets so addicting. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're so used to go and getting the food, and one time, like, damn, I'll just come and bring it to you. I just got to tip a couple dollars, and I could pick anywhere, and I'm just chilling at the crib. That's hard to just pass by, man. Especially if you had a long day. It's like,
I'll stop doing DoorDash when I wanted Fat Burger, and that shit was literally down the street. Them bitches was trying to hit me for $25. I said, huh? Let me get my ass up and go walk and go get that shit. Ever since then, I've never let no DoorDash ever get my pocket hit.
But I'll dispute that in the sense of this. DoorDash is more so used if something's like, a 20-25 minute drive. You know what I'm saying? That's in my opinion. I'll go if I'm getting something close to the crib, I'll get that. I'll just go get in the car real quick. But I'm like, most of the stuff, like when it's 20-25 minutes out, that's a 45-minute drive altogether. 20 minutes there. I don't know how long I'm waiting for the food. That's maybe another 10 to 15 minutes. That's right there. That's like 35 minutes. And then if I got to drive another 20 minutes back, I was gone a whole hour.
Bro,
if I just
when you leave the gym, you can go get the damn food.
I know. I just be so tired, man.
What you mean? All you gotta do is just go to where you want to go. You in the prime. I know where your gym is. You're in the prime location for all the food spots.
Yeah, I definitely am. That's a fact. But I be wanting to get home so quick because you know what I'm saying. I be wanting to get because I don't be wanting. You right?
I got no sympathy, bro, because I know exactly.
Hey, that doesn't mean I can't downgrade from a 4.1 to a 3.9.
But you gonna get mad at DoorDash drivers? Like they supposed to
No,
be.
I don't
Hey,
get mad at the drivers. I'm just like, how is all the restaurants closed? Like I'm literally, I'm ready. Like okay, I'm ordering at 8:30, especially when I just ordered last night. Now tonight it's like okay, everything closed early. And I even go and drive to some spots, and they talking about, oh, we closed, shortage of staff. I'm like, man, what's going on out here, man? That's what says Zen is not impressed. You know he not. He's gonna get on. It's all good. I understand. Look, I'll
because I
take
know
that.
this guy. Y'all don't know
I'll
this
take that.
guy.
I'll
This
take
guy,
that heat.
this guy used to always go get any type of food.
Mm-hmm.
Even if bro, Canes was not eat close when we was in Kentucky. That shit was not close to the crib. You would go and get
Mm-mm.
that. You would go get Old South.
It
Like,
don't
don't
matter how
say,
late it was, too.
come on,
It
man.
could
You
be
would go
1 in
get
the
that.
morning.
Come on, man. You would go
He's
get
saying I
that joint.
changed. He's saying I'm changed. He said I'm lazy. I was gonna
You
say
are
I'm
though.
just
You already
legit lazy. I
admitted
can't
it,
get ready to cook, and sometimes I say fuck it and Uber. That's where I be. Well, I need to get better at though. You want to be real with you? Because I'm like even Zen could attest to this. I used to cook, man. I used to really cook. Now I just be too. I
bro.
used to
You
do
used to go. We
man.
used to get the burgers.
I know, man,
I used to get the fish. I used to get the fish going.
bruh.
You don't do
Yeah,
nothing no more, man. This is crazy, man.
I be like doing what's on DoorDash, baby. I see
Oh,
that's technology. I'm consumed by the people,
y'all got food
by the
shortages out there? I
majority.
ain't never seen. I mean, sometimes they say
Bro,
they have some food shortages at Chipotle, but I ain't really see it too much nowhere.
bro, I went, but not food shortages, but they'll be. I don't know. I went to a couple spots. They were just closed usually, and they're like we don't reopen till 10:30. I'm like, what's going on? But then yesterday everything was straight. You know what I'm saying? Like I got me some good food yesterday, but tonight I'm like, what? Everything just. I ain't know. If I would have known that, then I would have gotten the food earlier. But I assumed it was gonna be like yesterday. And I'm starting to be like, okay, I can't do that. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know if it's shortage of workers. I think it's a shortage of workers. That's what I think it is.
Bro, you live in the hood.
But
Don't
in
you
all
really forget
places,
that.
even when I go past it, they're closed.
You live in the hood though. Anybody when you be ordering late. These people don't want to be at work. I used to work at
No,
Jets.
no, I'm ordering at like 8:30, bro. I'm telling you, I've learned better. The only time I order late is during the weekend. That's the only time. But during
Why
the
don't you
week,
get
I'll order
pizza?
around like
Used to be
8,
a
8:30.
Domino's food.
Because I'm trying to do better in life, man.
They got pasta there.
Nah, man, I'm trying, I'm trying to get the good. I'm trying to get the good clean stuff
Bro,
for
you
the
getting
most part.
Five Guys. That ain't clean.
That's
That's the
during the
greasy.
weekend, bro. That's when
Oh
I'm binging.
God.
I have certain days. I'm not capping. I'm like during the week I eat cleaner, than during the weekend is when I binge. Or if it's like
A,
a special occasion for my birthday, I'm a binge. That's how I go.
a pasta is better than Chipotle, bro.
Depending on what I get in the burrito, and it depends on what I'm looking for too. Because I'm like technically a pasta would probably be the same amount of carbs, honestly, as a burrito, but at the same time, I would get more protein in the burrito. You feel me? And if I just, what I'm saying, if I'm trying to keep my muscle on, I got to make sure there's protein in what I'm eating. I just can't have carbs. That's the way it works. I'm being 100.
Bro, you
So
work
it's
out
like I
so
gotta.
hard. You don't even need to worry about things like that, bro.
Yes, you do. The human body, it doesn't matter. The human body works a certain way, so you got to understand it. So it's like if I work out that hard, and I'm trying to maintain a certain size and weight, then I have to make sure that a lot of my diet, I have protein in it. Not a whole lot, but I have to make sure there's protein in it. If I just have carbs in it, then that's I'm gonna look like a cheeseburger.
I said a cheeseburger.
I am, especially the way how I'm able to gain weight. Like really, I need to focus lesser on carbs. I need less carbs in my diet, a little bit more protein, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Superfoods. Oh, I didn't even read that. My bad. I was one. Trick is you keep a lot of meat marinated in the fridge, and all you gotta do is fry it. That's a fact, yeah. Especially if you have like an air fryer. Not like it's hard or an oven. Just put it in. Rice is easy too. Yeah, a lot of brown rice. You know what I'm saying? You get that brown rice from the Chipotle. That's what I'm saying. Like pasta is just one thing, which is noodles. But it's carb heavy. But it depends on what your goal is. Not going to lie, I order a lot on the boxing nights. Look, on the weekend, I go crazy. I get wings. I get wings coupled with a po' boy sandwich. I'll go crazy. Like I could eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I can't. I go crazy. But during the week, I'm trying to stay specific. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I follow it to a T. but I'm trying to keep myself a certain, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go crazy, you know. I'm getting older, man. I gotta watch what I eat. It is what it is. And it affects me on my workouts too. Like if I eat the wrong thing, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like I messed up on Saturday and I was like, man, I'm hungry. Ate some bullshit like around 12. And when I went to work out, I felt like I was running with a baby in my stomach.
Well,
I
I
was
don't
like,
even
I'm
eat
not
before I work
doing this.
out.
I never do. I always, you know what I'm saying? I only eat once you know what I'm saying, once a day. But I'm like that day I was just like, let me splurge. I'm gonna eat twice. And guess what I did the next day? Didn't do that shit. So it's like, for me, I'm like, I gotta be particular because I'm like certain shit will weigh on me. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I got a cardio day. Because like I'm running and my stomach is 100 pounds. As long as you put in the work in the week working out, that's what counts. That is what counts ultimately. As long as you're getting in there, you being consistent. That is what counts ultimately. But also, you gotta be careful. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. Look like you was about to say something.
Oh man, I was about to say I'm about to get me some steroids, man. So I can have my 6-pack looking like some of these bodybuilders and shit and these fitness models. Boy, they just be walking around and that shit just be there. I'm like, how the fuck they have that shit like that? So I know it's got to be them steroids, boy.
Well, it also depends too. You can also dehydrate yourself to the point where your body fat percentage is like 2%. You know what I'm saying? And you can have you can have like crazy ass abs for like 2 days or something until you decide to eat.
Oh, that's what they be doing.
No, not the fitness models and stuff. No.
I mean, I have abs, but I'm saying like how like they just be sitting there and that shit just be looking like they flexing. I'd be like, how the fuck do they get that shit like that? So I know it got to be them roids, right? They won't tell you that. They gonna say I'm all natural.
You know how the game go, dog.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, it was
You
crazy
know how
because
the game go.
I clicked on Michael Hearn, right?
Yeah.
And somebody had put something about like yeah, it must be nice when you got them that help with them roids or da 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 da. Bro, this man gave this man a whole comment back like that is very disrespectful. I put in a whole lot of work in. Da 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 da. Like he was like really defend. I'm just thinking like, come on, Mike, your ass is 50 plus, bro, looking like you 30. You trying to convince the world. I'm not trying to come at Mike. No disrespect, Mike. No, I ain't trying to come at you. I'm just saying, though. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
You right. You
There's only
right.
a couple of genetical freaks out here that I can believe that they say they natural. Remember that one dude we was watching? That black dude? He was like, yeah. But he didn't look like over the top, like muscular or nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Bless you. Remember you were talking?
Thank you.
I
Sorry
forgot
about
his
that.
name. But remember, he was talking about that. He was like, "Yeah, back in my day, I was benching this and I was doing this many plates." And remember that he was talking like, I remember you showed me it, bro. We was watching and he was
Yeah.
saying
Look,
like,
you see what my guy Last one saying right there? Real quick, he's being sarcastic when he's talking about it.
"Yeah, I'm just
making a joke.
overhyping it."
Yeah, but no, I know exactly because I'm like, you can attest to this. Zen. I'm like, I know what Last one talking about. I used to work at the gym. Same exact thing. That's when I came up and like started figuring out. I'm like, oh, steroids is like when you use the word steroids, that's like what's a good word for it? That's like saying MMA. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk about MMA, there's different weight classes. They're saying, oh, I'm just talking about boxing. But then you're like, okay, well, what weight class are you talking about? You're talking about heavyweight, heavyweight, light heavyweight, super lightweight, featherweight, super featherweight. Like which weight class are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? And then that's when I found out. I was like, oh, damn, there is. I'm like, steroids is such a loose term. I'm like, there's so many different things. It's really a better term to be used, in my opinion, is performance enhancing, because it all depends on what you're talking about and what it's being used for. Because if you're talking about a professional sport, you know what I'm saying, they'll have guidelines where they'll say caffeine is a performance enhancing because it does something to your body that your body doesn't naturally do, create. You know what I'm saying?
What does TRT do?
TRT is a testosterone
Replacement
replacement.
treatment,
Or therapy,
therapy.
either one. But basically, it exactly what it says. It puts more testosterone into your body that your body wasn't able to create.
So is that
But
cheating?
if you're playing for a sport, but I'm like,
No, I'm
if
just
you
saying, if you lifting weights, like, does that help you get buffer doing TRT?
some doctors would say after, because I think it's after 30 or after 32, men naturally start to lose testosterone in their body. So some doctors suggest that you should have, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit, TRT or testosterone. That's what they say. That might just be bro science. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. In my opinion, I just feel like if as long as you're consistently active, your body will be able to replenish the testosterone. But I'm like, when you start to be, um, stationary, you don't, kind of the same routine, don't do much. That's when it becomes a problem.
Because I was talking to this guy at the gym, and he was like, I was just asking him a couple questions, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm 40 years old, and right now I'm not taking anything but TRT." So when he said that, I knew I knew what TRT was, but I'm like, I really didn't know like what the benefit was. But I'm like, maybe because he's 40, you think that is why he's taking it because his testosterone is low, or
You would have to ask him. Either his testosterone is low, or he's using it because what I'm saying, he's a workout junkie and he wants to still get the lifts that he did when he was 20. You know what I'm saying? That can be the possibility too. I think it comes down as long as you're not abusing it. That's my opinion. I know other people can feel differently. Like Lost One, he feels like it's cheating. But in my opinion, I feel like it depends on what it is. Like if you're in competition and the rules say no, you can't use it, then it's cheating. But I'm like, if you're just lifting weights or you're just a regular person, like especially if you're open with it, I'm like, that's what he does. What he does. That's my opinion.
that boy coming at him, boy.
Yeah, Lost One don't fuck with it. So I'm like, some people feel differently. I'm like Lost One. Lost One's like that pussy shit to him.
I'm
It's
all
like I
natural.
wouldn't do it. What I'm saying, I feel like as long go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
What about amino acids? Is that cheating? If I go get like amino acids and stuff?
No, because honestly, when it comes to amino acids, it's like half and half from what I've heard. Like the studies, some say, what I'm saying, it's good for you, and others say it's just kind of a hoax. So I'm like, but that's the thing too. But that's different from if you're talking about like vitamins and taking like black seed oil and
Because it's crazy, bro. Like I know I'm getting like progression. Like remember I texted you. So from the start of the month is when I started until the end of this month. I've seen the progression for sure. But it's just like I'm not trying to like I told you, I'm not trying to get super swole, but I want to look like a certain. You feel me? When motherfuckers see it, like damn, I'm gonna champ Aki. You feel me? Like when people see you, they like damn, that nigga daring them to play with. Like,
but you gotta be able to gain. You got to be able to gain weight and then keep the weight on.
Yeah, see, I don't think I've ever been good at gaining weight. Like I always like today I weighed myself. I'm 177, 178.
Or necessarily, yeah, but it's not a lot. Like a lot of people think about gain. I'm talking about natural, like as a person. So we're talking about 5 pounds. Like 5 pounds gaining weight in a person naturally is gonna make all.
Well, I think I gained some weight because last time before I weighed myself today, the last time, and this was probably almost a year ago, but I was like 170. So I'm saying I'm 177. I didn't eat before neither, so that was just off an empty stomach. So I don't know what I'd be if I was to have eaten and then weighed myself. You know what I mean? But I think I'm getting, you feel me, putting on a little bit of size of muscle. Nothing crazy, maybe like a pound.
As long, and I agree with you, Lost One, steroids is giving you strength you haven't worked for. That is true, but you still have to put the work in the gym. I'll say this: I'm like, at the end of the day, like you can never, nothing can ever beat hard work in the sense of just living, if that makes sense. I'm not talking about competition because talent does beat hard work in some sense, right? But I'm like, if you're just talking, but even then, you can say, this nigga God gift, but only for so long. But like hard work for the most part, I'm like, you can't ever beat that. So I'm like, at the end of the day, as long as you go into the gym and you have some type of baseline of what you're doing, that's the biggest. That's the biggest like difference in shit. Like that's we talked about that I think in the last podcast where like a lot of people just don't know what they're doing. I'm like, as long as you have some type of baseline, you're consistent with it, you're gonna have some type of results, and it's gonna be your results. Now it may not look at what is presented to you, 99% of the time, nah. But what I'm saying, that's kind of where you have to figure out kind of what your own goal is.
So
that's the biggest thing.
And because you've been around it. So when it comes to these sports models, these bodybuilders, are they, and now this is all allegedly because I don't want to get you in trouble by saying what you're gonna say. Because I'm not trying to have nobody coming at us because you feel me, we with all the smoke. So I don't want none of that smoke, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to get into all that. We trying to peace positivity this way. But do you feel like these people are taking things to enhance like what you see, like whatever, like their traps or whatever? Like you feel me, that you think that's like they're something is helping to advance, or you think that they're all natural as they claim to be?
Nah, I in my opinion, I think if you're going off the eye test, the way you can kind of tell if someone is natural or not is simply off the look. If they have two, like, like what's the word? Like pause on this hard of a look in a sense, then you can kind of get an idea. Like, okay, they're probably taking something to
boost up their
either
muscles.
either no, not muscles, just either testosterone or something they're taking where it's able to take all the carbohydrates or whatever they're eating and turn it to basically I can't get the word for it, but that's my opinion. I ain't no expert on this, but at the same time, it just all depends on what level we're talking about, because I think there's a lot of times too people, though they might be taking something you wouldn't even know because you couldn't even tell if they look. But that's because when we're talking about, like, let's even take this back. Let me recant some of my statements when I talk about, oh, you usually know off a look. Let me take that back, because you won't. Because you have to understand there's different type of quote unquote steroids. If we're talking about EPO, we're talking about something that just helps out your stamina. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a total different job. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, in MMA and the UFC for USADA, they're saying caffeine is a drug because it boosts your energy and that's not something that's natural. So I'm like, there's even certain pre-workouts you can't take because of what's in it, and technically what's in it is not natural. Oh, let me read this. I didn't read this. It's a bad choice. So I used to work with guys who already ripped to hell. I'm talking like 3% body fat. They were still considering taking, because it all depends on what they're supposed to be in. Like if they're a bodybuilding and all that stuff, then it's like you can't go in that world and not take steroids to get to the top. Like, that's a different type of level. That's why I do consider it a sport. It's a crazy ass sport, but it's a sport because the discipline is ridiculous. Yeah, but it depends. I'm like, some of these dudes, like real bodybuilders, like I've been around like IFBB pros, bro. And I'm like, I knew they was. I remember I got one motherfucker mad, but that's because he was getting on my nerves, because that's when I was really like training heavy, and he was fucking my shit up, and he just kept coming around. I just called this nigga out. He had a problem. He was trying, you know what I'm saying? But
he didn't want that smoke.
He called. He was telling me, he was like, man, I got an amateur boxing. I'm gonna call right now. I'm like, bro, you a grown ass man talking about you finna call someone else to fight your battles. But that's cool. Call him up, and when I'm done, when I'm done giving him that work, you gonna be next, nigga, because you still gonna be on the side, bro. So I was like, go ahead.
Oh my God,
I always remember, man. Most clown shit, man.
That smoke, boy.
That's when I was really in it, nigga. That's when the hands was crazy. My cardio was crazy. Now, not so much.
Man,
I'm gonna get back to it. Now I'm gonna get back to it. Like I just said,
anybody
did
walking
20
up,
rounds. Lord have mercy. I'm so happy I did that today.
Look,
I'm coming back.
Last one.
I'm coming back. I'm gonna get my hands lethal. I'm an old nigga, but I'm still gonna be young.
I'm getting closer to the mic so you can hear me crisply, everybody. This guy is humble. Do not run up on this motherfucker if you not with it. I'm letting you know now. You better be trading with Fury, Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, Andre Ward, Boo Boo. You better be training with somebody. Because if not,
I'm not that far removed. I gotta get back up in it, man. I gotta get back up in it for real. And I'm gonna start.
Don't lose the fundamentals.
None. And that's something I always stay focused on.
So they don't want no smoke.
Because I love Barry, but it's all about the cardio. I got to get cardio back in. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 6% body fat, 5% body fat. I should be at 4, bro. If I'm in shape, ready to go, I should be at 4.
Bro, so anybody running up on you is only gonna have 30 seconds. It ain't gonna last longer than that. You got 30 seconds in the tank.
If my knee holds up.
Oh my God, this dude is crazy, man.
It's the first time I've had an injury. But I'm good now, man. I'm good. I've been running.
It's all psychological, bro. You're fine.
That's probably what it is. I'm gonna give me a brace just in case.
See, you don't probably baby it, bro. When I had my surgery, and I had surgery, bro. When I had surgery, the first thing everybody noticed is when I landed on my layups, I was landing all on my right leg. They're like, "Why are you landing on your right leg? Your leg is strong enough to land." And I had to take time to really trust that shit. And I used to wear a leg sleeve over my left leg. I don't know if you remember. I used to always wear a leg sleeve because I used to think like I need to protect it. But then it was one time I went and they was like, I just went for a layup and I had got up kind of high and I went for a layup. I was like, damn, I actually can. Like it's fine. Like, so you got to just trust in it, bro. It's fine. Like it's just really all in your brain because you just thinking like, I don't want to hurt it again. So I'm over here landing. Every time I go for a jump, I would jump off. I'll be on the left side, bro. I mean, the right side, and I would jump off my right leg just so I wouldn't use the left leg. But you know, that's
I
not
was
how you're supposed to
running.
do a layup.
That's how I feel with running. Salute to Lost One. Everyone knows Lost One is the OG back when we was doing the old back in Kentucky
On
when we was
me,
doing
we had
training,
one little goddamn
boxing
camera.
practices and everything.
On
And
me.
y'all don't know, man. This is the we've been posting on this motherfucker for a bit, but that. Appreciate you bringing that up. That's a good reminiscence right there.
It's fake confidence. That's all it does.
It does, yeah. It
Only
is fake confidence.
only
It's
thing
really tell you if it's kind of hindering, really, if you really think about it.
Only thing else I'll say is good for if your knees is you got cold, your knees be cold. It's good if you trying to keep the
Oh, for
legs
warm. But then you
yeah,
might as well
like
just
warm.
wear you might as well just wear damn
Tights?
them joints. Yeah, you might as well tights. If that's that's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm like tights are a lot warmer. But technically, yeah, they nowadays though, they do make some pretty crafty knee braces though, man. I was looking at them on Amazon. There was some pretty crafty joints. I was like, oh, this shit.
Shoot, ankle braces too, fool. They got updated knowledge for that. I think it's really because of Steph. Steph changed the game for ankle braces, boy. I swear he did, boy.
I don't know if that's a compliment or
I don't know.
He for ankle braces, nigga.
He changed the game for. They be talking about the 3-point shot. I'm like, shit. He changed the game for the ankle braces. His things be all. They got custom built all on. I'm like, sheesh.
Nigga, the ankle will never hurt.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you go on 2K, it says Steph Curry ankle brace, bro. He got his own ankle braces, bro. Yeah, bro, it's kind of just fake confidence. It's just to look cool, really. Like, I mean, unless you really have like a bone bruise on your knee or something, and you don't really want hard compact or something, you don't really need the knee brace for real. Like when Kobe
the
was
gel
wearing
pads, the knee sleeve gel pads are fire.
Yeah, those
I like those. Those are fire.
That's all for what you need. That's what I'm saying. Like for you, like you don't need a knee brace. Your thing's as healthy as it's gonna be, man. It's 100%.
Don't say that. I don't think it's 100 yet,
bro. You've been lifting and doing squats. You're fine.
No, I haven't done weighted squats yet.
Well, then you babying it.
Probably. I've been running long distance, but it's only been on the treadmill. But
bro,
I've been.
I'm telling you, because I went through the rehab process, bro. If you gonna baby it, you're gonna take longer, bro. You're gonna have to put some weight on it. You don't gotta go crazy. Put some weight on it. Hit your squats, and then eventually you're just gonna build up. Like it was the same.
I've been working legs, but I just haven't, touched the squat. I'm just a little scared about that building process.
My what's it called? My leg, my thigh muscle was as big as this. My arm when I got that surgery. Now it's as big as the right leg. I got them symmetrical now. You feel me? It's just you feel me? Know in your head you're good. Don't push it. You feel me? You feel pain. You feel something awkward. To be like, all right, I'm cool, and I go less in weight or whatever. But I'm like, you're fine, bro. Like, you're fine. I'm just telling you that because I'm like, if you mentally block yourself, you're not gonna get no better.
Well, for squats,
just trusting the knee.
Well, I was gonna trust the knee when I went in, train. That's where I was really gonna find out.
That's gonna be. You don't want to do it when you go train. You want to go do it when you go high level. People going like this. You want to do it when you can test your own ability, stop on your own time. You feel me? Ease your own way into. It's like I didn't want to go test my knee in scrimmage. I would have to go and practice. I had to do one-on-one stuff. I had to go on the court. You feel me? I had to work my way back into having the competition and doing all that stuff because now,
that's what the. That's why I'm running, long distance, 5 to 6 miles now. And, my time is faster. And then that's why I'm going to start doing the rounds again. So that's how more so than doing actually squats. Because, I feel a way about squats anyways. You know what I'm saying? I really don't feel like it's necessary.
I'm going to tell you what the dude told me. It's about building everything around where your injury was to be stronger so it don't happen again. He was like, if everything around your leg is stronger, then it's going to have less pressure on your other leg. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm just saying you don't gotta squat crazy. You could squat 25 on each side if you wanted to, but just another weight.
I'm just talking about there's just other ways that you can strengthen your legs besides squats. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing leg day 3-4 times a week. So
as long as you're trusting it, you sound like you're not trusting it. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just there's certain exercises that I don't want to touch before I go into the aspect of, what I'm trying to necessarily do. And I think squats is just one of those where I'm just like, I think there's other ways where I can strengthen, my legs and I can be able to find out where they at other than doing, a squat. Not necessarily. I've never been a big fan of squat, me personally. So squat or leg press. Like I've never been the biggest fan. I always thought if you could build your legs, you can build it, especially for it to translate into necessarily what I'm gonna do. You know, squats aren't really necessary. In my opinion.
Oh no, I'm just saying trust it. That's my whole thing. I just said squats because we didn't even answer his question, bro.
Oh, but yeah, what Lots one said, yeah, run. That's how I felt. Like I was like, if as long as I'm running, I'm doing my cardio, and I'm picking up my time, my speed. I'm like, that's the most important thing that's going to translate into now. I'm going to be necessarily ready to do my rounds. So I'm like, uh, and I see it because I'm like, this is the fastest I've been doing my miles, even when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I was never really hitting my mile time at this time for over a longevity, even on the treadmill. So I'm like, even when I did that. So I'm like, I'm okay, 3 to 4 days at the very least. I'm gonna do the 20 rounds, and hopefully I can work my way into a gym before the end of March. But what he said? What do you guys think about the breathing mask? What's your opinion on it, Zen?
I just figure at this point, I'm like, if you caught it, you've been around people that caught it. I just feel like it's no different from having the flu now, in a sense. Like, not saying that it won't, it's not contagious or it's not, whatever. But
you think he was talking about that, or the cardio breathing mask, like when you run?
He's talking about that one. Then I never really used. I think I tried it one time, but I don't know. I was like, shit, fuck all that. Like, if I really
I've never used it. I've seen people, work out in it and run in it and stuff like that, but I've never used it before.
I seen dude work out with that shit, and I still gave him work. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, shit. I don't know. It's just all on you, I guess.
I guess if it was around and I could try it, I'd try it. To see what it's like.
I'm not gonna go buy it. I'd rather go get out the mud.
Shit, I'll tie a towel around my face. I don't know.
I just went with the COVID man. Ain't no different for real. Shoot, it's hard to breathe in that joint.
Or just live. As long as you don't neglect cardio, you're good no matter how many DoorDash.
Yeah, I was rolling. That's why I laughed earlier. I was like, that's funny. He's hilarious.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. I'm like, man. I'm like, get that cardio in. Work that the DoorDash, no matter what your body type is, what speed limit, whatever.
And everybody out there, why I went so deep into this conversation, because a lot of y'all out there be making people feel bad about their bodies. You see me, like, I don't care. I know I have abs and I'm gonna just keep working. Eventually, like, my shit is gonna be crazy at one point. But I know that's why I wanted to ask you. Last one has put his input in is about, like, how you say, okay, you can go dehydrate yourself and you can get the crazy abs. So I'm like, say if you had a photo shoot, you could just do that, and then now your abs looking crazy. You feel me? Like, I'll be forgetting Instagram is showing the best of what people want to show you.
But even that, you want to know, some crazy women don't really care about that shit.
They don't, though. I swear to God, you could have the best body. They'll go for somebody that look like a slop and be like, I like him. It's about him right there.
None. Like if you're talking about women's standpoints, obviously, just for yourself, it does help with the way of living. If you do, it is important to take care of your body for yourself. But when it comes to the looks, don't worry about the looks. I'm like, take care of your body so you feel good. I always said this, even when I was working at the gym sales, I was like, don't worry about the look, just feel good. I'm like, if your motivation is to feel good, then you're going to keep doing it. If your motivation is to look good, you're going to fall off all the time because you're never going to look how you hope to look. Unless you visit the doctor. A certain type of doctor.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
He's preaching to y'all out here. I'm telling you, bro, a lot of people, and it's crazy. Just go in the comment section. Like, sometimes I just be bored. I go into these chicks' comment section, bro. Some of these chicks be, oh my God, girl, you look this good. Like, they be chicks praising.
Always boost each other on that thing.
But I'm like, it's like they praising themselves as if they can't get themselves. You feel me? It's like they're thinking that their body that they seeing is all. I'm not trying to disrespect the women out here like they not doing the work, but this, sir. Come on now. So I'm saying.
I say this, some women just look good though too.
Yeah. But I feel like you can kind of tell in a sense, and the women that do look good, they don't post too much of their body without. No,
that's not true. It's 2022, bro.
No.
If you're a chick and you look good and you're not posting too much of your body, because I'm talking missing out on way too much money.
I'm talking about with clothes on.
Yeah. Like if you a chick and you posted with clothes on, you can make something out of it. What type of good? Are we talking about 8 up? Or where we at?
Yeah, they're like some 7s, some 8s, but I'm just saying they bodies look, you feel me? But they not all,
Okay.
and not every picture is in a swimsuit.
And then there's that too. Some of these chicks now, if you don't look that good, if you go and you get to the gym and get it popping, maybe even take a little something to pop it off, man, you can get it popping too. I'm like, that's the world we live in right now. It is.
These women in their self-esteem, you were talking about, girl, you ain't got that body, you ain't showing, it's your fault. Like, dang.
No, I didn't say that. I ain't saying it's I'm just saying. Okay, what I'm saying is I don't see if I'm saying if you look that good as a chick and you choose not to show it off, I'm like, that's her decision, and I respect it to the fullest. But majority of women are doing it because they know there's a bag coming from it.
And I agree with that, but at the same time, I feel like it's a double-edged sword in opinion, because I'm like, how can you expect somebody out there that you're looking for to respect you is if you're gonna just sell your body for some likes? And I'm not trying to knock the hustle, but I'm saying it's gonna be a double-edged sword, because don't expect for you to go find a man. Because look, I'm not trying to have my chick.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying I'm not trying to have my chick always having the goods on the socials, and people like, well, is she making money? I'm like, that's fine, but I feel like there's multiple ways to make money. If she's gonna go be a swimsuit model and she's gonna go get sponsored and things like that, that's fine. But if she's just doing it on her own hustle, trying to get an OnlyFans, to me, I'm thinking like you're taking an easy way out in a sense. You feel me? Because I'm like, it's really I don't want to say the word, but you feel me? Like, it's really like, you know, you're just selling. It's no different from being on a porn site, in my opinion, because I'm like, they couldn't do the same thing. You feel me? It's just, you're just not having, you know, the intercourse with it. But I'm like, you're showing your body for a price. But if you go talk to that same girl 10 years ago, they tell you those girls are nasty and they're da. So to me, it's a double-edged sword, because like now you're going on and doing the same thing that these porn stars had bravery to go do to go get that bread. And now y'all just piggybacking off of what they hard work was off this OnlyFans. So I'm like, if you're going to post your body and you're not a real, what I want to say, a swimsuit, now I probably get a lot of flack from women. How you going to tell me what I'm going to do? I'm just saying, if you want that good man that y'all say y'all strive to want, somebody to give you security, somebody to take care of you, somebody that's going to be there for you, you can't expect to really find that if all your body is all on the internet. Anybody can just see you and click you for free. Or, you feel me? You know, people be leaking photos, but see it for free, or they gonna pay a certain price. I'm not gonna be good with that, because I'm like, I'm not doing that with my body. I know I could probably get these girls out here, weirdos out here, to do that for me, but I'm like, that's go get some skills.
So you want to know how I would argue that?
Oh, I already know, man. You gonna go for the hoes, man. I already know, man. Go ahead.
I'm not going for the hoes. Look, all I'm saying is, one, you can't compare yourself to a woman like I can go out and do that, because you can't. You can't go out.
You don't think there's a market?
No.
Oh, you're crazy.
No.
You're crazy.
You can't.
We're in 2022. Who's running the joint? Who's running?
It don't matter. You can't. You is not finna make the same out. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
So I'm like, you can't complain. So and then
okay,
second, and then check this out. You talking about what type of man is OnlyFans? How much money is these OnlyFans girls, chicks making, man?
Bro, think about if they offering $9.99 a month, you get 10 people.
So you know they're making a lot of money, right? So if you know that, then there's a market for it. So if there's a market for it, there's a certain audience for it. So if there's an audience for it, you don't think none of these motherfuckers don't care what she's doing? You don't think someone's gonna come and wife it up? How many of these NBA players and football players marry strippers? Have a kid by a stripper?
But I'm saying
none of this is new, bro.
But I'm saying that is not what they are saying they want. My thing is, I can't feel bad for the woman if she gets cheated on like a Khloe Kardashian, but she went and picked the guy that she knew.
But what last one said, and what you're saying is all us regular niggas do. But I'm telling you, there's a large part of the world when it comes to men, they don't care about none of that. They really don't. That would be crazy. That means Pornhub on our side, nigga. Look, let me say this.
This girls are cleaning up in their living room.
Bro, I'm telling you this right now. What last one said is the exact fact. Look, a lot of these, look, This is me going for the
this
whole.
is a disclaimer. Women out there, do not come at me with any malice, anything. I'm just giving you my opinion on it's not a good avenue if you're trying to find a quote unquote solid household type person.
But can I argue with this? Because this is what I be saying. Look, I got the red on, so ain't none of y'all be on no bullshit. I'm a red pill nigga today. So I'm saying, but look, check this out. If that's the case, if it's hard as hell for a man, a nigga, or whatever you want to call it, to get somebody, right? To get a chick, you know what I'm saying, get it committed because they got all these options supposedly, then why would a chick feel the need to be like, oh, okay, this one dude come forward and I got to be a certain type of way when she can just be like, oh, skirt, here the other one, even if it ain't what they looking for? Because none of these chicks is going to know what they looking for a lot of times. It's just what's in the moment. Okay, bet. I'm over it.
And that's fine. You act like I'm coming at these women. I'm saying a double-edged sword.
I'm not acting like coming at these women, nigga.
Yes. I'm just saying, don't look for sympathy and don't be going to the Twitter and saying niggas ain't shit when you pick that ain't no nigga ain't shit person. That's all I'm saying. Like, you can't be mad. You can't categorize men in a aspect that we're all dogs when all you did was pick a dog and the dog had the money and all the fame and fortune that you was looking for. That's your fault. You know what I mean? Like, last one. Tell me I'm not speaking these facts right now. Put them headphones back on because I need to talk to you. Yeah, put this back on. Yes, I'm glad you can hear me now. Like I was saying, all I'm saying is because women will love to go on Twitter and you don't got no Twitter. So you don't know what I be seeing. I be seeing, all these niggas is the same. I'm tired of these niggas. I'm tired. And I'm hearing all these complaints. Hold on now. I'm hearing all these complaints. And I'm supposed to sympathize for them when they went and picked the dog nigga because the dog nigga had what I was telling you about. Like you said, skirt, I'm gonna go get this dude because he got the money, the cars, the fast money, whatever he got. And now they looking stupid and sad, and now they want to categorize all men. That's why I'm like, that's a double-edged sword, because I'm like, you were showing your body in a certain way. There's probably a nice dude that approached you, but it wasn't, maybe he wasn't flashy. He wasn't out here having 1,000 in his pocket, talk about, yeah, baby, where you want to go? You want to go to Ruth Chris? You feel me? Just talking that talk. You want to hit my Airbnb and then pull up in a nice little Corvette or something that he just rented at least. You feel me? Like, played the whole fuck out of her. And then she now looking stupid because he not hitting her back and woo. Now she wants to categorize men. I just think I can't feel sorry for you. And it's like, go ahead.
Go ahead, my bad.
Oh, no, I'm done. I was just saying, it's hard for me because back then I used to always be like, damn, I feel bad for these women. Like, dang, man, these dudes. But it's like now I'm like, man, how can I feel sorry for you when you picked that though? Like you chose that.
Look, I agree with you. I think you guys are missing my point a little bit. It's not that I'm arguing against your point. What I'm trying to shine light in is their perspective. So when now dealing with these type of women, we know exactly how they're going to be. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, even off of what you said, where you're like, okay, they picked this, they didn't pick the nice guy. A lot of times, come on, that's just the case. I'm like, it's the old saying. This shit is a fact. I don't care what nobody says. Nice guys finish last all the time. I don't care what nobody says. Man, where I work at in my place, there's this one. I'm actually.
Yeah, it was
a little bit. It's all love. But nah, for real though, nice guys finish last. I'm like, if you just want to talk about sales in general, I'm like, if you're in the sales place and your goal is you got to hit numbers week after week, month after month, day after day. If you're the nice guy in the situation, you're not going to be hitting those sales. I don't care what no one says. I'm not saying play dirty. I'm not saying play the game in some type of way where you're not going to be able to, you know what I'm saying, where you're going to feel bad about yourself. But a lot of times you're in a position where it's like, okay, how am I going to be able to learn how to maneuver in a certain way? Or it's not the most ethical way, but this is how I got to do to, get to the certain position I'm trying to be in. So I'm like, that's just what it is when it comes to this game, when it comes to these women. And the women know that. They gonna know, especially if you're talking about a woman who got like options, who's bad, regardless if you think she's bad or whatever, or you think you had to compete to get her. that means at any second, the way she's looking at it, especially if you're not where you need to be, she's looking at it as long as you do some, dumb shit, I can just hit this nigga. And I don't think we should be offended by it. You know what I'm saying? We should just understand it. No, that's the way it is. And I'm like, okay, you won't hit that nigga. That's all good. I'm gonna keep maneuvering, do what I'm doing, make sure I got this other chick. If that's really what I want to be on, make sure, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm like, and then even a lot of times the chicks who be complaining and stuff like that is those same chicks because they mad because they did make the option. So I'm like, I agree. We shouldn't feel no type of way about it. Nobody should be, oh, everything's gonna be okay. Don't save no hoes. Only if, and this is respectfully, only save them if it's for a night and it only costs you like $30, $40, $50. You know what I'm saying? Take you out, get a little eat. Oh, you feel bad for the night, little gas money, okay.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy.
I see. Treat them mean, keep them keen. Last one, look at that right there. That's wait, look at that. Like he know. He know. Let's go. Let's do it. Might be wrong, but it's true. It's true. Working more ways than one. I agree. Worst thing is you get to do all the work to get the woman that at the end of the day, all they want you to do is to do bad to them. Hey, look, or one is you to bad them down, or basically, you know what I'm saying, be bad. Look, I've seen it a million times, man. I won't say a million times, but I've seen it a few times. You know what I'm saying? I'm still relatively young, but I'm like, a lot of times, man, that nice guy shit, a lot of times what it ends up doing, especially if you decide and you show that you're necessarily not going to be committed to the level that they want you to be committed, that nice guy shit going to work against you because they're going to start, understanding patterns because that's what women do. Oh, I know if I be this type of way, I do this certain type of thing, he's going to let me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, a lot of times, if you're not aware of that, it's just going to keep happening and happening. But if you're aware of that, you're just going to cut it. And you're going to get that moment where they're mad, blah, blah, blah. But
you know what I realized, bro? Women don't want to see you lose your goddamn temper. That's what they want to see, bro. I remember, bro, this joint.
They win when you lose your temper. They win,
bro.
Because now you at their level,
bro. I was driving her home, bro. She just kept fucking with me, bro, touching my ear. I'm like, leave me alone, stop, bro. She just kept bugging me, fool. And then she did something I almost cried. I said, I don't want to go up and say what I was saying, but I just lost my shit. I just started raising my voice and shit. Bro, all of a sudden she's got, bro, talk about, oh, you could come in if you want to. I'm like, oh, I had to go and cuss your ass. It's crazy. It's like they waiting on you to just be crazy. Look, you know what I'm talking about? Like, get crazy and just raise your voice. I'm just thinking like, but that's not what I'm trying to be on, though, bro. I hate getting out that element, like,
because the when you fall into that trap, what I want to say, you know what I'm saying, when you fall into that trap, now you're going to be in that trap when shit go bad.
See,
you see what I'm saying?
That's why
what I mean by women they're able to see cycles and they're able to create cycles too. If you're not keen, you don't even realize what you're doing.
Bro,
I'm cool all the time. All of a sudden, this chick says something. I'm like, bitch, I slept. Wait, I don't do that.
But it was just because she just kept doing, like, it's like she knew, like, I was just like, I'm getting on my nerve. And I just blew up, bro. Started talking all greasy to her, too. I started saying, like, you just broke. You ain't shit. All types of shit. I just was going up, bro. She just, I don't know. She was trying to hit me. But I had to cut her off because I started realizing, I'm like, this is too toxic for me. My chakras is all off balance. I don't need that. Like, and it's crazy because you be preaching to me, bro. Don't think I don't be listening what you be saying. I be taking your advice.
I be trying to make sure you don't be dealing with that shit. Because you know I've dealt with some shit, man.
That's why I be taking your advice.
Charlie Parker, good to see you in the motherfucking chat. I see you in the minute. Treat them like they stick to you like mud. That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh man, that's a beautiful saying right now. I'm telling you right now what he said. I know that shit is funny, but I'm like, that's the fact. I'm telling you, I'm seeing the shift in certain time. I don't even want to go into detail, but I'm just like, okay. If you put them in a certain place, they're not gonna like it. But for some reason, they just keep wanting to come back. I'm like, I've created this space that you never want to be in, but this is like, for some reason, I'm trying to make a profile. Like, we talking about MySpace and something. Like, I don't understand why you trying to. It don't make. Let me be respectful. Let's not get this. It's like a test from. And I say this too, man. I don't know about y'all last one. I don't know if you dealing with someone married, Charlie Parker, anybody watching, y'all dealing with someone married or anything like that. When it comes to today's dating world, finding a woman, man, it's tough, man.
It's so hard, boy. It's not like
it's
high
like,
school when everybody was
hey,
all fresh and spring.
shit,
It's
even like I'm
hard.
like, I didn't have a great college experience, nothing. I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, even then, I'm like, even I don't know, man. It's
It's
just
hard, man.
different.
Everybody got kids now, man. It's crazy.
Kids, or it's like, all right, I don't know, man. It's just like just being able to set something up to do something. I don't know. It's just different. I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe the time of life I'm in right now. Maybe it's me, but it just seems it's just. I'm like, why this shit so hard? And a lot of
It's
time I was,
hard.
I was talking with Zen earlier, man. I be choosing terrible, man. No
I swear.
disrespect to the ladies out there. Hopefully y'all never watch this.
And it's like, you
Choose
pick
terrible.
somebody, you pick somebody, or you go after somebody that ultimately like was never good for you, but in the moment you like, she good for me. It's weird, bro. Cause it's crazy because what Flu's saying, I couldn't really attest to, but I was telling my homie, I was like, you gotta really think about it. I say about almost 85% of relationships that you see are all either based off of somebody hooking them up or somebody.
Yeah,
It's all
knowing
about,
someone.
yeah. Because I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, bro. I just say this. Two of my ex coaches, bro. One of them met his chick through a mutual friend. Then my other coach, he met his both of them basically through a mutual friend. I was like, because I was like, how'd you meet your girl? He was like, oh, because I was like, because he was like, I was just grinding and he's like, and then one of my buddies said that he had a nice little chick, so I ended up going on a date, and after that, the rest is history. And the other dude said the
Do
same
you
thing.
real quick? Do you ever think like when I hear stories like that, like in my head, the first thing I think is like convenient. And I
That's
don't. That's
all.
not me being disrespectful, like, but
But
that's the
it's
first thing that pops up in my head. Like you were grinding, you were focused on a goal. You knew this person who probably knew this other person who knew this chick and kind of knew what she was looking for. I was like, this is convenient. I don't know. Go ahead.
no, like, and like you said, it's not being disrespectful, but I think people just get to a certain age like us, bro. Like, think about me and you both saying it's hard. I'm about to be 26 next month. You 28. It's like we're at a certain age where it's like we building a
I'm
house.
29.
Anyway, we building a house, and when you in the house, kind of like we're building right now, it's a lot of dirt and a lot of bricks everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's not built. So a lot of people can drive by the house and be like, oh, that just looked like some dirt and some land over there. Whole time it's a house being built. So when the house is actually built, everybody's gonna be like, wow, and shocked. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be like, I can't believe like that used to just be some dirt and some bricks. So it's like, why I'm saying that is because I'm like, we're in a position where it's like, if we always distracted and trying to go wild and trying to find all these type of women and trying to do all these for these women, that house is gonna stay the way it looks forever. It's not gonna get built up. So it's like for us, like for them, like when he was saying he was grinding, it makes sense why he, it's not like she's a bad girl or anything like that, but it's like he didn't wait and see what else he could go get once he built his house, because he's like, fuck it, this is what's here now. She's cool. I'm gonna just lock it down, because he doesn't want to have to go through the dating process no more. And I, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's really ultimately why people that do get hooked up on these dates, they'll ultimately just be like, like, because I'm like, I'm not saying the person's not cool or whatever, but it's like, doesn't necessarily mean like you had to settle and lock that down. They're just more so like, this is my best option right now, and I don't feel like going, because people like
That's the key right
convenient.
now.
Yeah,
It's like right now because there's probably not nothing really else going on, but it's like right now they're here and then they're probably willing to grind because they don't. And you talking about a certain age too. Like a lot of people when they get to a certain age, they're ready to just kind of, make a sacrifice. Especially if a lot of times if you have a certain goal, necessarily you didn't reach that goal, but you did reach a certain goal that's respectable. It's like okay, why not? And a lot of times it's like okay, that's most convenient. That's what's there. Last one said, you ever been with someone you're too similar? I've never. That's one thing I've always picked the
never.
most, and that's why I always felt. And so that's interesting to me. Like to hear someone like Last One say that, and he's like it sounds good, but it's really bad. So it's like for me, I'm like, damn. I'm like, am I picking wrong? Because I feel like I picked the entire opposite of myself, and I'm like, maybe I got to pick someone who's more on the same shit as me. But then I hear Last One say something like that, it really just discourages it. I'm like, damn, you can't pick someone like you can't pick someone not like you. It's like it's got to be a. But that's what they say. Everything in what's the word? Damn. Like in moderate, what I'm saying? Everything
In moderation.
moderation. Thank you. Last one said, my problem is I'm drawn to the same women with the same issues as me, and it's good for a time, but it always goes the same way. And
I
so
swear he not lying, because I'm like, I be thinking
I feel
like,
like, but that's everyone. Like, not everyone, but I feel like how you're gonna say that, it's the same thing for me and a lot of people. And like you hear the saying where it's like, okay, whatever mind state you're in or the energy you're in or whatever, a lot of times that's what's gonna be drawn to you as far as the people, whether you want to believe it or not. But it's like I like when you think about the people who are attached to other people for long periods of time, it's like it always comes during a certain moment of your time, and there's some type of connection. A lot of times, is where you're at. Does that
and I
make
think
sense?
it also is like, and I'm gonna say this, bro, and I'm not trying to boost me. I'm not necessarily trying to boost Lost One or you, or whatever. But I also think that when you have like Lost One seems like a guy that has multiple talents. You feel me? It's not one thing he can do and that's all he can do, or that's all he sees himself doing. I feel like he probably has multiple ambitions that he's trying to obtain before he leaves this earth, as well as you and as well as me. So I feel like when you look at it, because I'm like, I looked at a lot of people that get a lot of women. If it's not just off of like, if you tall or something, tall people kind of attract women just because of their height and stuff like that. But I'm talking about just the average person, when they're just kind of locked on one thing and that's all they're going to do, and they're just kind of like free flowing and just go with the flow. I feel like that's how women kind of are, because that's how they,
No, I
they
wouldn't say that.
well, I'm saying that like they're free flowing, they're in the moment type of thinking. You feel me? Versus like, I feel like maybe us three, we more so future based. Like, okay, we got to do this, we got to do this. Like more organized. And a lot of dudes out here aren't organized, bro. They're not thinking steps ahead. They're not trying to put themselves in a certain position 5 years from now. They're not thinking what's going to be happening later. They're all in the now, the now, the now, the now, the now, the now, the now. And that's all women kind of really are in a sense. They think about the future as well, but they can also know how to put themselves in the now because they're emotional. So I'm like, if you're that type of person that's always in the now, you can go get that woman because you're in the now with her. You feel me? But you, like you say, you don't want certain things in your life because it's not helping you get to where you want to go, and you just distract you. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, you might
Or it takes everything away.
Exactly. But see, those women aren't going to stop. You're not going to still be attracted to those types of women in a sense, because that's what you would probably, because we was younger back then. So you pick up habits as you get older. You feel me?
So I'm 28 right now. If I have a kid right now, as much as, okay, yeah, that would be great. This would be a perfect time to have a kid, right? But if I have a kid right now, all this stuff I'm doing now, poof, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't think like that. Somebody gets a kid now, they're like, oh, I got a kid, I got a boy. Yeah, you feel me? And they're going to be scared as hell, but they're going to just be like, yeah, I'm going to take care of this.
But to a lot of people, this shit don't mean nothing. So there's that aspect too. Having a kid means more to them than doing something like this. A lot of people, now look at me like, what? You excited to have your YouTube back? Why does that mean something to you? You know what I'm saying?
No, he was saying if he were to have one, lost one, he don't got one. He was saying if he was to have, nah, he was saying if he was to have one, all this goes bye-bye.
Yeah, if I had one, because I wouldn't have the time to do this with work, trying to, stay somewhat, in shape and all that stuff. Like, it would be hard in the mud.
Hey, I'm gonna go back to, he had this Tinder comment. Go on Tinder. Don't go on Tinder. Tinder is not a good place.
I was like, go ahead. You could lost one.
Tinder is not a good place to go get women, bro. I'll try to go. Only reason I went back to Tinder recently is because I watched the Tinder Swindler, and I thought that man Simon was hilarious on how he was getting in women to get that man that money. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on Tinder and see what the deal is. I'm just not good at that Tinder stuff because I'm like, it's just photos. I'm not really photogenic. So
that's really what you had to be. You had to be. If we wanted to be on, like, I know, because me, I'm starting to be so, because of where I work now, I'm starting to be so invested in marketing, and I'm like, oh, it's all about how you market yourself in everything in this world nowadays.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a way to do it, but whether you want to do it or not, and you want to keep up that appearance, that's your personality now. You know what I'm saying? No, it's all about keeping it up. You can do a couple photos and stuff, but now you got to keep up appearances. You feel me?
Yeah. And
before, the only time a motherfucker had to do that is when they a celebrity or they know. Now everybody do it, because I'm like, everybody's a celebrity because they got their own, shit, whatever it may be. So it's crazy. He said Tinder's just laying pipe. Nothing more. I agree, last one. Don't look for an actual bird. I agree, last one. Tinder. It's crazy for me, man. I'm such an old soul because I'm, rest in peace to my pops. He was such an old soul. So for me, I be trying the Tinder shit. I'm gonna be 100. I'm actually gonna be transparent to everybody right now. So transparent Fluence at your services.
It's crazy.
I always match with big bitches.
Hey,
And it's one of the most unfortunate. I be like, man, fuck this shit because it fucks with my confidence.
Oh
It
my
fucks with my
God.
confidence. I be like, look, I know when I go out in real time, I be getting bad things. You know what I'm saying? I can spit. I got girls being like, ooh, let me give you my number. But when I'm on Tinder, I be like, oh, I just got a match. Who I got? I be like,
bro, I
it's the
swear
same.
you
I
not
be like, I'm
lying.
done. I don't
And
want
it's
to be
crazy
on Tinder, bro.
because Tinder sets you up. Like they low key will let you know the
Bruh.
person that you gonna match with, and it
Bro,
don't be
because
looking
it be
good.
the next person or something.
Yeah, so I
And
be
I'll be
looking.
like,
I be
I know
like,
it's it. Bro, whenever it goes, I'm like, I know this is who it is.
so I like
know.
it, and it'd be like,
I
you
know.
have a match. I'm like, oh my gosh, she look like the side of a barn,
Bro,
boy.
it be making my confidence low. I'm like,
Low,
I'm
like,
doing this
dang,
shit.
I can't pull no baddies on here. Like,
That's what I'm saying. So I be like, nigga, because I know in real life, bro. I'm like, in real life, I know I'll be good. But I'm like on these onlines, I be like the matches I get. I'm like, I must take bad photos or something, man. Like,
something, or they just think we too good to be true. We out here catfishing or something. Because I'm just like, why can I get a bad looking chick? It'd be crazy, but I understand. And I feel like if you really want to get good looking women, you have to buy it and like get all the extra features. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna pay for that. I hooked up with a girl that actually looked good, bro. She was like, "Let me get your snap." Gave her my snap. She was a prostitute, bro. She was like, "My hours are $30 for $50, an hour for $100, and an all night $300." I was like, "I'm sorry, baby girl. I don't need to pay for sex, but thank you, though." She was like, "Hit me up if you change your mind." I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy."
Bro, that's why I be just staying. I be like, you know what? I'm just going because I'm like, I'm going to keep my confidence high. And while I'm still in my prime, so I'm just gonna continue to go out and see what I can get.
That's the best way to go, bro.
Yeah, man, fuck that.
That's the best way to go, bro. Going on Tinder is just...
And when I be feeling it, like I be like, I get a fresh cut stuff. Be like, no, this is the time. Picture, post, Tinder. Oh, I got some new matches. Damn,
bro.
Wait, okay, this one I know. This is it. This one's it.
Damn. I swear, bro, it'd be bad.
Delete that joint.
I'm telling you, bro, Tinder is bad, bro. Like, I think it's only successful really for women, just because I feel like they can be able to pick who they want, and they know if you look good, you're gonna get likes.
Bro, I tried Bumble because I'm like, the women pick me. Ain't nothing changed. So I'm just gonna stick to just approaching women. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing bad about going out though, bro, is you don't know if they have kids. That's, bro, I'm telling you, the last 3 times I talked to a woman, I only talked to one that didn't have kids, but she had a boyfriend though, and she was in a hectic relationship. And I told you about that. She ended up taking me off the Snapchat and all that shit. So it's like a waiting game now. But it's like, this is crazy. Like, why I always pick women that I feel like I vibe with, but then it's always just a wrench in the road afterwards.
This goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where it's like we have to understand that when it comes to these women, they have so many options. You feel me? So it's like they can have fun for a night, but then it's like, okay, I got to go back. You know what I'm saying? It's the person I've been talking to, for a regular basis. So that's a lot of times where I'd be like, all right, I'm just going to focus on just establishing myself, making sure that I can enjoy myself, at any time, rather than, because I just be feeling like that's the life we live now. That's where we're at. Like, I know women be talking about they want a relationship and all that type of shit, but it's like we have to compete as men for so much just to get the relationship. It's taken out at a time for me to try and get where I need to be. That's how I be feeling.
Yeah, because it's crazy. My homie was like, "Hey, Chan, do you ever just like get uninvested with texting?" I'm like, all the time, bro. He was like,
real quick. What last one said. So will we? We're all on the same.
It's not about that. It's just like, how come we can't find somebody that's just not knocked up already or have kids? That's our thing. It's like there's no just freebies out here anymore, man. They all got
can I say this? I have actually. Remember I told you. Remember I came across two chicks who haven't had kids. One of them, supposedly they say I stood them up. I don't know if that's true. I don't believe that. There's a very difference between being stood up and falling asleep, but that's my opinion. The other one, I just know that she has a whole bunch of million other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because she looked that good. So it's like my chance of getting up in there is like hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, it's like okay, now the attention I have is from the chicks that got the kids. You know what I'm saying? They all for Fluence, Fluence. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? But I'm over here like nah, like I'm like I've been disciplined. I ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Building, stacking. Like I ain't finna jeopardize my empire for that. Respectfully, I'm not trying to be an asshole.
That's what, bro. You ain't gotta tell me, man. Especially when you wake up on some of these days and you just think like, man, am I doing the right thing? Like I be thinking that something, am I doing the right thing? But then I go to the gym, I get the endorphins release, and I'm like, you know what, goddamn it, I am doing the
Yeah,
right
that's what
thing.
it take a lot of times because I'm the same way. I'll be like, but when I do go to the, you know what I'm saying, get the door, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, okay, calm down, nigga, get out your head. Stay on the pad. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
just
worth
keep
it.
trying to
Don't
you know what I'm
fall into
saying?
the trap because there's gonna be honey all over that trap just for you to fall into that joint, but don't fall into it. Because I'm like, as much as that's one thing. Like, as much as people want to downplay it, as much as they want to, as much as they're gonna try to, especially the women are gonna try and downplay it. I'm like, it's important, I think, for a man. I'm like, only have a kid when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I really believe that. Because I'm like, if you're not ready,
It's gonna be helter skelter, man.
shit, I know when I'm just, I wake up and I get a call and I'm like, hey, we got a meeting at, this time, you got to be here then, and I got this, and I'm not ready for it, how I feel. Having a kid and not being ready? Shit.
You're
That's a
26,
fact.
you're down the path. What you think he mean by that? I don't know what he means. I'm down the
You'll
path.
probably explain it later. First thing, don't have kids with a woman unless you know you're going to be with her forever. Otherwise, don't have them. I agree 100% with that last one. Or
You know, you
don't
can be
have
cordial with
kids.
her.
Boom.
You
Beautiful.
could be
Yeah, go ahead.
cordial with her.
I was going.
And always like, you feel me? Because I'm like, I've seen some
Yeah.
baby mamas and you feel me, baby
Yes.
daddies that have good
Mm-hmm.
cordial, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, so if you could find a chick that you know, like, all right, even if we can't stay together, we're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
have this flaring out. We're not, she asked for something,
But
I'm like,
Zen,
okay, bet. Oh, go ahead.
and what you're saying, I agree with that real quick. Well, what you also had to add on to that
Hmm.
with the baby mama is you yourself. So say, you're both cordial. You have to be okay with the fact that she might
Bring
be.
another man around.
So it has to come both ways, and a lot of this red pill motherfuckers don't want to talk about that, but that's a fact. Like if you're willing to, if you want to go the route and have a kid outside of marriage,
You got to
and
know
not
about the
be,
possibilities that somebody might come around and infiltrate. You feel me? But see,
and
then that's
they
gonna be
don't
on
talk about that.
you. But
They
see,
don't.
that's gonna be on you. Are you gonna be able to just be like, you know what, fuck that, I can't have that, and I'm gonna buckle down and I'm gonna handle it, and me and her gonna work that out. Because that's the only other option you got, in my opinion. Because you ain't got no other option. You feel me? So it's just like, in my opinion, like for me, say if that was to happen and I feel like I start seeing her with somebody else and I really don't fuck with that, then I'm gonna have to take it upon myself. Like, you know what? She get on my nerves, she on this, but I'm gonna have to figure out more, what are the more positives and what can I take from it? And ultimately it's all for the kid. So if I gotta do that, so be it. Cause I put that baby there. It was
But what
all
about
me.
this? What if she ends up saying, "Well, I want to try this out"? Are you going to be willing to be like, okay, and still not cause any conflict? Because this is something we have to.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like, if we're going to be in the community of saying it's okay to not, be married, if you're willing to have a kid with someone you're not married, like these are the possibilities that are going to come into play. No one talks about this shit.
But see, the this was gonna go. It's just like, okay, if that's what you're wanting to do, and you want to bring another man around my child like that, I'd rather have majority custody than let me go ahead and raise my child, because I'm not gonna
But
have women coming through in and out this
you're
crib.
not married though.
That's fine, but I know whatever chick I'm gonna get, I'm gonna have more bread than her. So
Do
we can
you
go to
think that
court.
matters
It
in
doesn't,
court?
but
You think that
bro,
matters in court?
we gonna get to making her look
You know what
crazy.
you having more bread matters in court means?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay her. But
It's
look,
money.
hear what I'm saying though. It's all about making your case strong. I feel like a lot of brothers, from the day they start seeing they chick, they don't keep a whole index. Man, let me keep my indexes, taking pictures, all that. You got to build a case, man.
But
No
okay,
case, no.
But okay, say you build a case from the beginning, she gets a good lawyer, and the lawyer go ahead and comes to the judge and says, "Hey, this guy's been building the cases to start the relationship. It's shown that he's had an agenda. He's never actually wanted to be with her. He's actually been plotting all of this to make her look bad. She wants full custody. Now what?"
Your Honor, you've seen time and time again about 97% of cases always favor the woman. I did this for assurance for the future. I did not do this because I did not want to be with her. I was doing this because I was afraid this might happen, even though I had the most hope in the Lord himself. This is why I had to go do this, Your Honor.
But how are you afraid? How are you afraid of this if you love this woman? You don't trust her enough to just give her a chance. You didn't even give her a chance from the beginning.
Even Noah almost had to sacrifice his son to the Lord. You never know what can go on, man. It's crazy times we're living in. It's 2020, whatever.
And I understand you, but unfortunately, it seems like you didn't trust her. It seems like you had planned something out. You have something written out from day one. I'm gonna have to give her full custody. And
you know what's crazy?
Figure out visitations on the weekend.
You're assuming she can pay for a good lawyer, though. That's where you're messing up. You're assuming she can pay for a good lawyer. I'm gonna win my court case. Oh, rebuke that in the name of the Lord. I'm gonna win my court case.
So it was like, hell no, nigga, you ain't gonna give me that. Last one says, as long as they let me see my kids in that situation, that's fine. But the bad thing is they can always turn it. If you deal with a smart chick, that's why this isn't the greatest advice, but I say if you're out there and you're trying to build yourself, you're trying to get the point you need to be at, be careful who you have a kid with. But if you are going to slip up and you're not smart with, how you do and how you move, deal with a dumb chick. Because, when it comes to the court situation, she ain't going to know what to do. I know it sounds terrible, but
I know.
If you deal with a smart chick and she knows what to do, you fuck.
Your ass is grass.
So that's just
you see what happened with Future.
Ain't going to be paying everything this body. That's also that. A lot of people don't talk about that when it comes to those, those type of situations. If she's smart and she gets the right lawyer, you're going to be paying for all the fees.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't going to be paying for none. That's what I'm saying. So at the very least,
I'm gonna be on my AB. I only got $13, sir.
I borrow all my money from my niggas.
I got rich friends.
I need $5.
I just got rich friends.
Zen's taking over Judge Judy when she dies. Zen's gonna be the new Judge Judy, nigga. We'll take over. We finna be the new judge court. The new we're gonna have shows. We're gonna have new short segments. We're gonna be like, all right, argue your case. And we just gonna go back and forth.
Hey, on me, we should really do that. Open up a line where couples can call in and then they both on the line, and then we just hey, one at a time, state your case.
Bro, you saying that made me just think. When I did Fluence boxing last week, his snipers went in. He was like, he wants to call in for the it might have been the Rolly Gervonta Davis fight. I can't remember which one it was, but it might have been the Oscar Valdez Shakir Stevenson fight, or not call in, but I know I can send a link out for the StreamYard. So I was like, that's something new that we can do when it comes to the Fluence lounges, because usually, those would be long. So I'm like, I think that'd be something dope to add. So I was like, when he said that, I was
Star
like,
got a line. So what we have to do is just get pay for a little landline, and then just have somebody call into the number, and then have it.
Or we can just do the because we can do it through on our phone, or we can do it because I seen Carcino does it where he sends out the StreamYard link, and he'll just hop in.
We could do either. It doesn't matter. You feel me? Whatever.
We'd have to test it though, because I want to know. You know what I'm saying? We'd have to test it to see if we can get this shit right, but that'd be dope.
Star be like, so what's going on? What's up, Star? How you doing? I'm good. So what's going on with you? What's going on? Did you see the topic? Did you see it? Yeah. Well, so first I want to say, get the fuck out of here. Call in with the bullshit. I'll be like, Star, you just told the last caller don't cuss. You over here cussing. What's going on, man?
When is Tank and Rolly? I can look that up right now.
Well, he just broke his hand, so it can't be soon.
Ooh, Rolly or Tank?
Tank. Remember, he broke his hand, he said. That's why he didn't get out Isaac Cruz fast. Because he said he hit him on the top of the head and broke his hand. And that's why he fought with one hand the rest of the fight. So I'm like, I'm figuring they have to fight at least August.
Yeah, I just typed it in as snipers. I didn't see anything of an actual date, so Gervonta Davis doesn't have anything.
Yeah, he got a broke hand. I think that's why Wilder hasn't announced nothing either. Because remember, he said he broke his hand too in that Fury fight.
Wilder, remember I told you I watched he was on Byron Scott's I don't know why that popped up in my YouTube feed because I don't follow. I guess because I follow Wilder, but it just randomly popped up and I was like, "It's Wilder on the Byron Scott?" But it ended up, it was a good podcast. Actually, it was him and his wife and Byron Scott. It was a good podcast, and he looks good. He looks healthy. I think right now we're just trying to decide whether or not it's worth it. Like he's set. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
He
he
doesn't
know
have to
he
fight
and
anymore.
he knows he gonna knock out anybody else, bro. Like he like Fury. If I can knock down Fury 4 times,
My
yeah.
bad.
Everybody's saying about The Wire. Everybody's saying that's a good show.
It's not even me reacting to this. It's me thinking. So I ended up binge watching. Take a guess.
Ghost.
But which one though?
Book 2 with my boy Tariq. Man,
Which one do you think I binge watched?
gotta be Tommy. You weak. I hate
Yeah.
you.
So
You weak.
are you caught up on that?
Come on, man. I'm ahead of you.
How you feel about it?
I told you it was gonna get better.
It's the best one.
Nah, it's not better than Kanan. Raising
It
Kanan
is.
crazy. No,
Do you want
crazy.
to? The reason why I want to say it's not because of acting. You want to know why I say it? It's obvious. There's the most money is put into this one. The way it's shot, the cinematography, absolutely beautiful. That's why
Well,
I was
it's in
captivated.
Chicago though. You got to remember everything
It's
else
not
is
about
usually
where
in New
though.
York.
No, I don't think it's not where just watch it. Just watch. Look at just watch if you have time, or when you watch the new season. But really watch the first season like their budgets. Even watch with the with Meech. Look at their budgets, and then look at Tommy's series. Tommy's series is shot like a movie, bro. Like they're trying to have a new Sopranos type shit. Their budget is. I'm like, okay, they got the. This is the original Power budget, but in season 3. See what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just feel like they all shot the same. I seen Raising Kanan, all of them. You haven't even seen Book 2, so you can't even say that. Tariq and them shit is shot great.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying. Just look at it. I'm telling you, Tommy's.
But all of them
has the
are
most
in New
money in
York,
it.
though. You got to remember, Chicago got a different flavor to it, so it's going to be shot
but
different.
I'm talking about the cinematography. I'm talking about the money put in. Like you can literally see when there's a budget. You can literally because I did. I'm not even. But I'm like there. Like you can see when there's a bigger budget on something, and it's obvious that his series has the biggest budget. And it's used wonderfully. Like there's a lot of times you can have the bigger budget and it's used like trash. But me watching it, I'm like, this is a movie every episode. Regardless if some shit is slow, regardless if the acting from Tommy, a lot of times I feel like he's trying to be kind of fake black, whatever. I'm like, the way this is shot, I can't take that away. It's fucking beautiful.
I just like how Jeremiah going on. Jeremiah killing the road, boy.
I was trying to figure out if that was him. I was like, that looks just like him, but I don't know.
Jeremiah.
And I was like, he wasn't the greatest in the first 2 episodes, but the last 3 was good. Chisora was calling for that fight for Wilder, but I don't think that's gonna happen just because I don't see PBC making a deal with Eddie Hearn right now, probably because of the Canelo situation. That's my opinion. I don't think Wilder needs confidence. My personal opinion, I don't think Wilder needs confidence. I think he's just trying to figure out whether or not if it's worth him coming back to fight. The name has to make sense for him. Tyson
Joshua, Ruiz, Usyk, or Fury, the only ones I see that make sense for him.
I have never watched The Wire. You ever watched The Wire, Zen?
Now, everybody, I looked up on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like 94%, 97% from the audience. Like everybody, even 50 even shouted it out. He was like, I need this dude from The Wire. He was killing this shit. Like everybody boosted up The Wire. Like I'm low key gonna tap into it because I've been back on my Snowfall. Snowfall got crazy, boy. It's gonna get crazy.
I'm behind 2 seasons on that. I haven't watched it yet. Before I even want to get into that, I just want to say right now, salute to Power on the Tommy series. I'm not. The first 2 episodes, I was like, this is beautifully shot. But Tommy, him being the main character, I wasn't feeling it. But I do that a lot with these series.
I'm telling you now, Raising Kanan is still colder, bro, just because of Rock. Nobody expected Rock to be how Rock was she was on, fool. Like
I agree with you, Zen. Like I do agree
with
Raising.
Come on. I don't care. Joey Badass kills that role. Bro.
No one's a better bad guy in any Power than Unique. Who's a better bad guy?
Nobody.
In all the Power series, who's better than Unique?
It's Unique, fool. Unique is the coldest, bro. He just like How he came to the restaurant. You good, B? You good? You good? All right, my boy. Like just how he just everything was just always player. I'm like, I'm pretty unique, boy. I can't wait to see how he gonna get up out of that, boy. Something's gonna happen.
So this is me. You know me. I'll be a little over exaggerated, but I do agree. Raising Cane is still my favorite. That's still number one. But
no, it's shot. I'm not saying it's not shot good, but I'm just like I didn't really like you feel me because I'm like if you're not noticing, like it's shorter every episode. Like every other powers are usually an hour. These are like 45, 50 minutes. Like they're not as long.
Can I say why though? It goes back to my point. There's more money in these, so they can't. You know what I'm saying? So they have to make sure there's a certain amount of time being utilized because they're putting a lot more money on it. So I'm like, even with that being the case, the reason why, like, I'm being over exaggerated. Oh, Tommy is the best one. Honestly, such a, what I'm really saying is, I was surprised. I didn't expect. Let me say that. I didn't expect another Power series to have that much money behind it. You know what I'm saying?
So when I was 50 getting money from all these, bro.
I know, but I just because it didn't have as many big names in it. You feel me? Like Power. Power had huge. You know what I'm saying? Well, not really, huh?
Nobody's had big names, bro. The biggest one is the book 2 with Method Man and Mary J.
Mary J. Blige. Yeah, you're right. So I don't know. I just didn't expect it to. So I'm like me watching it. I was like, damn, this is like a movie every. And I'm like, even with some of the episodes, Tommy's inadequacies when it comes to him acting, all of the supporting actors, I'm like, they're amazing. So I was surprised. And then they have so many different narratives going on. I'm like, damn, what's gonna happen here? So yeah.
It's a good show. I told you it was a good show. I was like, it's gonna have to just.
I needed time to sit down, digest, and watch it. I never really had time to do so.
I'm gonna start watching The Wire though, because he was boosting that joint up.
Yeah, we're gonna check it out. Last one, he said, of course, it's worth him coming back. Imagine the AJ Wilder fight. AJ might even fight Usyk right now because Usyk is legit in Ukraine. Yeah, I'm like that. I don't see that happening with everything that's going on. So
shout out to them brothers, man. I gotta shout out to all them brothers, Lomachenko, the Vladimir Klitschko brothers, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all some real ones, man. Standing up for y'all.
Real ones, for real. That's why I heard too. The Wire made a film. I'm gonna have to check it out, man. I'm gonna have to check that joint out for real.
It's like a narcotics-based show.
That's what they said. Or it started all these, you know what I'm saying, drug shows for the, most part, based on, trying to get out the mud and all that good stuff. How you feeling though, young Zen?
Shoot, I'm cool. You feel me? I know we can go ahead and cut it off though. I feel like we got a lot of good topics, and we've talked about the body, how these fitness models and bodybuilders got people out here feeling shameful about their body. Like Fluence said, live to be healthy, don't live to look good.
That's the lift, and then how you feel. Like if a lot of people, you're gonna have something like written down on paper, and you're like, okay, I completed that, and I feel good. Have that. That's important for the days you feel sluggish, but on the days you feel like you got the energy, push yourself to a point where you feel like, oh damn, I really pushed myself. Because I'm like, when you at the crib, you're really gonna enjoy that time at the crib when you do something like that. I'm telling you, it's like it's a whole nother type of thing.
Shout out to you, OG. Having a great night, man.
We gonna get up out of here too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a little late on my side of the game, but not too late. Feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Enough time for me to eat. You know what I'm saying? Get some good sleep. But salute to the people. We appreciate it. Like this is the new content y'all can expect. I'm like, I feel like in all the other Zen influences before this, like we would give y'all good talk, good shit. But I feel like at this, like now, y'all gonna get some real raw content. We're just gonna be talking to the people, man. So, man, make sure if y'all come up in here, y'all rewatch it, whatever it may be. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, all that good stuff.
They got anything to look forward to this week? Anything they got to look forward to? Nothing? Anything?
Just the same old right now. We're going to keep dropping the Fluence boxing. We're going to keep dropping Zen Influencer podcast when that comes out. We're going to get the music to y'all, but we're going to have to figure out a way to, we're going to get that to y'all. Just y'all be patient. Just a lot of new things happening, but as of now, just keep on looking for the new boxing content, and also as well as the podcast. New music will be coming to everybody soon. Just stay patient for the peoples, for the families. So, anything you want to say to people?
Keep being you, baby.
I love everybody. We're gonna get up out of here. We appreciate y'all once again. Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, man. We up out of here, man. Salute to the people.
Like that right there. That was nice right there.